Yellow and white gold are very similar in their composition, and yet the feel of both materials on the wrist is worlds apart. But what makes a difference? Where does a different color come from? What effects do they have? And are there differences in durability? And what is about the prices? So are you currently on the hunt for your next or first precious vintage watch, but still undecided whether it should be yellow or white gold? Then this is your video today. Yellow has a gold, warm, classic look, while white gold has a modern, silvery color. Knowing the difference between these precious metals will help you make an informed decision when choosing vintage watches that suit your style and preferences. You can see two almost identical watches. Both share the same reference number, have the same movement, both measure 36 mm, share the bezel finish, the dial layout with a day window, through to the lock design. But each exudes a completely different charm, or rather a different vibe to the eye of the beholder. But before we dive deeper into the topic, here are all the stats of today's two Vacherons. Age. Both are from the 1970s. References. Both share the same reference, 6394. Sizes. Both in 36 mm without crown, 40 mm from lug to lug, 18 mm between the lug, and 11.5 mm thick. The white gold version weighs 49 grams, which is 1 gram more than the yellow gold. This is because the crown is not the original one and the replaced crown is slightly smaller. Movement. Both feature the Vacheron caliber K 1072 automatic, which was used by Vacheron from 1960 to 1980. This caliber has such a superb finish that it is a shame to hide it under a case back. So enough details, let's start as always with the basics. Firstly, it is very important to know how gold is made in order to understand the basic difference between white and yellow gold. In its purest form, gold is 24 karat gold, which is 99.9% gold. But there are no watches made from 24 karat gold, for reasons of course. Due to its malleability and softness, pure gold must be combined with other alloys to make it durable for everyday use. For this reason, most vintage watches are made of 14 and 18 karat gold. Pure gold, as seen in typical gold bars, has a warm yellow tone. So yellow gold does not require any additional elements to affect its color. However, it does require additional alloys to increase its durability, as mentioned earlier. In general, 18 karat gold is made by mixing 75% pure gold with 25% silver and copper. The other two metals are usually mixed in equal parts with 12.5%. However, to achieve a darker shade of gold, some brands may change the mixture to 15% copper and 10% silver, or the other way around. White gold usually contains more metal alloys than yellow gold to give it its white color. Just as copper alloys contribute to rose gold being pink, white gold alloys, which consists of elements such as manganese, palladium, and nickel, ensure that white gold is whitish in color. Whilst this is not a problem for everyone, many people with sensitive skin are allergic to nickel and should therefore stay away from white gold unless it's plated with rhodium. Yellow gold and white gold both contain gold elements but have different colors, which is perhaps the biggest difference between the two and the one that affects personal taste the most. Yellow gold is the color you think of when you think of gold, whereas white gold is more silver than gold and has a white sheen. Yellow gold suits everyone and goes with almost any style. It is warm, inviting, and classic. White gold is also classic, but has an overall cooler tone that contrasts with all skin tones. The number of carats of gold in the metal also affects the color. The purer the gold, the more yellow it is. 18 karat gold, for example, has a more yellowish color than 14 karat gold. If you want a ring to match, for example, your watch, you should choose either 18 karat gold or 14 karat gold so that the colors match. And what many people don't know is that yellow and white gold also differ in terms of how durable they are. This is important to know, especially if you know that the gold watch will not only be worn to go out with a suit, but will also come into contact with harder objects. Due to its high gold content, yellow gold is more susceptible to scratches and dents. White gold is slightly more durable than yellow gold due to the addition of nickel and other metal alloys. However, it requires just as much, if not more, care than yellow gold to retain its luster. White gold is often plated with rhodium to give it its shiny look. This rhodium plating not only adds the shiny look, but also provides additional protection against scratches and dents. However, it wears off over the time and may need to be replaced a few years or decades. But what about prices on the watch market? Actually, only the gold content determines the material value of jewelry and not the color. 10K, 14K or 18K. A higher gold content means higher prices, you would think. But as with so many things, it's a different story with watches. As always, it's about how often something was made and how high the demand is. White gold watches were produced much less frequently than yellow gold watches, and this means that vintage white gold watches are on the average slightly more expensive than their yellow gold Silbings. So, but which is really better? Ultimately, the comparison between white and yellow gold comes down to personal preference, lifestyle, and budget. Preferences. If you mainly wear yellow gold jewelry anyway, you should opt for a yellow gold watch. Firstly, it will match the rest of your everyday jewelry, and secondly, this is a color you are probably naturally drawn to and will probably suit your skin tone best. If you mainly wear silver jewelry, you may prefer the look of white gold. Lifestyle. Your lifestyle should also help you to decide whether a white or yellow gold watch is the right for you. If you're a hyperactive person like me, you might not want to opt for an 18 karat yellow gold watch, as it can be easily dented and scratched, I can tell you this, and could be easily damaged. Also, you should not opt for a white gold watch with nickel alloys if you are allergic to nickel. In conclusion, if you really can't decide, there are also beautiful designs where both types of gold or even rose gold have been used together, such as this Cartier Ceinture or this Audemars Piguet. Why choose one thing when you can combine the best of both worlds? So that's it for today. I hope you were able to learn something new. So see you soon in our next video.